action figure enthusiasts out there? JC here with another TNI news video. Now, I've only got a couple of things I want to go over with you guys today, and the first thing is I just want to let you guys all know that we have launched two new contests over on the Marvelous News and Toy News International message boards. So once again, we are going to be giving away $100 store credit between Megalopolis Toys or Big Bad Toy Store. It's your choice. If you win the drawing, you can choose which e-tailer you want to use it between those two. They are both sponsors to the websites. It's two different contests. So there's one going on over at the Marvelous News message boards, and then there's one going over on the Toy News International message boards. And we will be doing, basically you have between now, and we just launched the contest today as I'm filming this, and you'll have until the 16th of December to basically participate in the contest and be entered for a chance to win. And then we'll have the drawing and pick the two winners on that Monday, which is the 17th. So I will put a link to both contests in the video description below. It's basically a great way to get involved with other folks in the community, chat about toys and everything, and then get a chance to win. You'll have who couldn't use $100 store credit to buy toys right before the holidays, right? So you'll have some time to make your purchases before actual Christmas and such. So again, those contests are going on now, and even like if you go over to the Toy News International message boards and you check out our toy review section, you'll find a lot of your favorite YouTube toy reviewers hanging out over there, posting their reviews and images and stuff of the products that they've been reviewing. So, definitely you should check that out. Okay, now moving on. So first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is, I forgot to mention this on Friday's video, but it was revealed that there is another new Marvel Select 7-inch scale figure from Diamond Select Toys that's being released as a Disney Store exclusive. This time it is a new Venom figure. They've done Venom before for the Marvel Select line, but this is a new one. And it's not yet up on the website. It's not yet up on the Disney website, but it has started to hit shelves. We actually posted a review up on Marvelous News this morning from Unparalleled Universe. He found it out in the wild, and so he's posted a review of it. I'll put a link to it. But this figure's got multiple heads. I can't recognize the artist, but definitely seems like a very artist-centric design for the character. He's got the tentacles and everything. So, if you're a Venom fan, it's not a movie figure or anything, but if you are a Venom fan, you probably will want to check it out. Now, while we're talking about a Venom movie figure, it looks like there is actually, I know a lot of people have been wondering if we would get any kind of Marvel Venom movie figures from the movie and such, the new movie that just came out. And it does look like, in fact, we will. It's not a Marvel Legend or anything, and it is going to be released as a Walmart exclusive with the Venom movie Blu-ray. So you have to buy the Blu-ray, the Walmart exclusive version of the Blu-ray, and it'll include a figure. The figure looks like one of Hasbro's basic figures, 6-inch figures that they've been doing, so limited articulation and everything. I do like the head sculpt on it. I think that I did a pretty good job with the head sculpt on that one. That'll be out, I believe, on December 18th is when the Blu-rays for the new movie start to see release. It is currently up for pre-order on the Walmart website. I don't think you necessarily need to pre-order it, but if you want to, you can. And again, that should be out, that Walmart exclusive DVD set with the figure should be out on December 18th. Now, on the Marvel Legend front, so first thing I want to update you. So I talked about pre-order starting by the 1st of January for the new Spider-Man and Black Panther movie waves. Well, it looks like that went out the window, and Hasbro went on and gave the green light for e-tailers to start taking pre-orders. So this late last week, they started doing that, and they're actually going to start shipping sooner than expected. So like I talked to the folks at Big Bad Toy Store, and they told me that they should be getting their shipments in within the next week or so. And so definitely we should start seeing these two waves start being released anytime now. And in fact, the overseas, I did talk about this, but the overseas e-tailer Robot Kingdom has started shipping the Black Panther wave out now. Now again, they are overseas, but for the U.S. based e-tailers and stuff, they should start getting it within the next few weeks. So you probably want to go on, if you want to get them right away, you probably want to go on and pre-order them. Again, places like Big Bad Toy Store and Megalopolis Toys both have them up for pre-order. So if you win that store credit, you can pick those both of those waves up. You should be able to get both those waves if you're one of the winners of the store credit with our contest. And then, in another interesting bit of Marvel Legend news this weekend, Hasbro finally officially revealed that the Marvel Legend Mystique figure that they first announced or teased at San Diego Comic-Con, and then they fully showed at, I believe it was the Canadian Fan Expo a couple months ago, that figure will be officially released here in the United States, at least as a Walgreens exclusive. Now, we'd pretty much known that for a couple months now. The figure had shown up in the Walgreens computers and was listed as an exclusive, so that's not really the major news. But however, what is interesting that we did not know about the figure is it's going to come with two different alternate head sculpts. So the first one is of Rogue in mid-transformation. Half her face is blue, so you're probably familiar that Mystique is a shapeshifter. And so this head sculpt obviously is supposed to represent Mystique transforming herself into Rogue, assuming the identity of Rogue. And I'm guessing you can probably take that Rogue head and stick it on the recently released Rogue figure they did, so you can make it look like that, Rogue is actually Mystique and in mid transformation. And of course, I'm sure you can also stick it on the Mystique figure if you want to. But it's the second head sculpt that appears to be included with this figure that's a bit of a mystery. So the head sculpt is of the Empress from the Shi'ar Empire, who was also, at least at one time, the girlfriend of Professor Xavier. And the thing that's weird about this figure is there doesn't seem to be, I'm not aware of any real strong connection between Mystique and this character. And so it seems like an odd choice. And there's not really another figure out there that this head sculpt would seemingly go with. Now, some of you have suggested maybe it would look good on the Silver Sable figure. And that might be, assuming the head fits on that figure, that probably would be the best choice, at least right now. And is this a hint of something to come? Unknown. I wouldn't necessarily say it is, because Hasbro has done something similar in the past with their Deadpool line. If you recall, in the last Deadpool wave, they included that Madcap head, which really didn't have a body to go with. So there was a connection between the Deadpool character and Madcap, but sticking that Madcap head on the Deadpool figure really didn't make much sense. I ended up putting that head sculpt on the body of the Batroc figure they did. It wasn't, an exact look or anything, but I thought it looked good on that figure. But we've seen my point here is that we've seen Hasbro just stick these random heads in with other figures before, where at least up until this point, there's been no indication they're going to do a Madcap figure. So why they decided to do that head sculpt is really unknown, and it could be the same thing here with this one. We'll have to wait and see. But again, I wouldn't get my hopes up too much that this is an indication they're going to start doing Shi'ar Empire figures or something along those lines. But again, like I said, we'll have to wait and see. On the Star Wars front, I just wanted to share some more images from this past weekend's Tokyo Comic Con. So I talked about this on Friday's news video, but just had a few more Star Wars items that I didn't mention on Friday. Most of these figures we've seen at previous conventions, so it's not like we haven't seen these before, but I just wanted to share these new images that have popped up on various social media channels and such. Now, one thing I want to note, which I did mention before, is Tomasi Nations lists these figures as display only. And sometimes, there are some of these, especially with the Star Wars ones, where they've been showing them off for months, even, years at these conventions, and they've yet to be released. So just because we're seeing them on display at this convention doesn't necessarily mean that the figures are going to actually be released or be released anytime soon. So that's just something to keep in mind. But we're getting a look at Count Dooku, and that one we are definitely getting. Same with the Episode 3 Obi-Wan Kenobi. We're getting a new look at that one. That one's definitely coming. Emperor Palpatine with his throne chair. So that one, I believe, should be coming. Wicket now, and he's sitting on a log. That one I don't know. Be kind of interesting if we get that. We haven't gotten an Ewok in 6-inch form yet, so it would definitely be interesting if we get that one. Yoda, Episode 1 Yoda with the chair from the Jedi Council room, so that's an interesting one. We saw there's also an Empire Strikes Back version of Yoda that they're doing, so it looks like they've got possibly 2 different Yoda figures in the works. And then Luke Skywalker from Last Jedi with the black outfit that you see him wearing at the end of the movie. So that one I'm sure will end up getting released. And then one more Boba Fett with they had standing next to the Carbonite Han Solo, which I talked about on Friday, and then also some Emperor Royal Guards, which I believe will be coming as well. So that's really all I wanted to share with you, is just a look at those. Definitely, if they end up releasing all these figures that they had on display at this Tokyo Comic Con, I mean, that's going to hurt some people's wallets, I definitely think. I only get a few here and there. I don't get every single Tomasi Nations SH Figuarts figure for either Marvel or Star Wars, but I do pick up a few here and there. And then just one final quick bit of information I wanted to share with you guys. So I talked about the other week, I think last Monday, I talked about how Jazzwares was going to be doing 4-inch scale Fortnite figures based on the video game. McFarlane Toys is doing the 7-inch scale figures, but Jazzwares is doing the smaller scale, and these are more catering to the kids, I believe, than the adult collector. But they're kind of cool, and what I wanted to share with you today is what they're calling the Turbo Builder set. So it's kind of like a little play set based on the game with 2 action figures. It's going to include 2 4-inch scale action figures. Now, as I mentioned in the last video, I talked about these things. I've never played the Fortnite video game. I know it's a pretty popular one with the kids. My nieces don't actually like the game. They still prefer Minecraft over Fortnite, so I haven't even seen them play it. But I'm assuming this is an environment from the game. This playset's based on an environment from the game, and probably would work well. It looks like something that you could have work well with other 4-inch scale figures like your Marvel Legends or GI Joe or what have you. So I don't know. It's just kind of cool. This is going to be out. The official release date for these figures is actually should have already come. So you should probably start seeing these, if you haven't already, on store shelves at places like Walmart and Target any day now. Okay, so that's it. Again, please check out the links to those contests below. Like, I want to keep doing these contests, giving you guys chances to win, and the more you guys participate and join the community and become active there, the more I can do these contests. So again, please check these out. 2 chances to essentially win $100. Conceivably, you could win both contests, so that would be $200 worth of store credit at 2 very good e-tailers out there with a lot of selection of toys that ships internationally as well. So that's one of the reasons why I like to use these guys for their these kinds of contests, because it basically opens it up to all you guys around the world, not just those of you here in the United States. Yeah, you got to pay more for shipping, I understand that, but still, you at least it helps you out a bit. And again, with the holidays coming up here just around the corner, having the ability to have $100 or $200 store credit at your disposal should be nice for you guys. So please check those out. Links are in the video description, and as always, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about everything I talked about today. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the button down below, hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And of course, you can follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I have links to all those in the video description as well. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later.